I spun around to find Mia standing over me. When did she get there? She must have had the stealth of a cat.
My train arrives in 18 minutes.
Huh? Right, great. Echo, you dumbass. Hey! At least try to remember what you were doing beforehand so you can avoid looking suspicious. I quickly stuffed the calculator into my blazer pocket. Given its condition, that probably wasn't the best move.
What are you doing on the floor with my school bag?
Oh, this? It fell down and I was just picking it up for you. I stood up and handed her the bag. Oh. She had a dubious look in her eyes. I hoped that she didn't feel the need to verify that everything was there.
Echo is so nice. He's always looking out for me. I'm so happy.
Mia took the bag and hugged it tightly. No doubt because she assumed that the calculator was still in there. Little did she know that it was currently in my pocket.
That's me, all right. Mr. Nice Guy.
I had stolen it away from her a second time. Some nice guy I was. Sure, I took it out spontaneously, but there was no excuse. I needed to find a way to give the calculator back to Mia without her getting mad.
So, you say your train was ways off as well, right?
Nod.
Well, in that case,
next save point. Which choice leads to which one? I can't remember.
There's something I want to talk to you about.
Who am I? Was I kidding? I didn't want to cause this girl any more grief. It was time to be a man and come clean. I sat back down on the bench. Mia placed her bag by her feet and sat beside me. Then I reached into my pocket and pulled out the calculator.
Why do you... it fell out of your bag while you were over at the timetables. I meant to put it back, but when you came back I got nervous and stuffed it into my pocket. I'm sorry, Maya. I had no idea this calculator was so important to you. I should have asked you before I went and threw it away.
Mia took the calculator from my hand.
Wait, Mia, it's covered in... I'm sorry, too.
Huh?
I said I'm sorry, too. I lied to Echo. I said that I needed to go to the toilet when really I just wanted to get the calculator back. I'm sorry.
Actually, I think the other choice is the one that... Yeah, now that I think about it. I think this one leads and advances it, but the other choice would lead to another bad end.
Do you forgive me? Do you, Echo? Please forgive me. Don't hit me, Echo.
This girl, pat on the head.
Eh?
Dummy, why wouldn't I forgive you? I gently rubbed Mia's head.
Echo.
She blushed slightly and nuzzled my hand. She really was pretty cute. I guess we were both just a couple of liars, and it looked like we were both worried for nothing. We both apologized and forgave one another, and everything was right once more. So we sat there together on the bench, waiting for our trains to arrive. After about 10 minutes, I started to get thirsty. I remembered spotting a vending machine by the overpass when we arrived. Thinking now was as good a time as any to have a soda before I got home. My mum was pretty anal about me having anything sweet at this time of the day, especially since it was getting pretty close to dinner time. So I decided that I would fetch myself a soda and quickly drink it before my train arrived. I turned to Mia to ask if she wanted something to drink as well. And that's when I finally noticed it. Oh god. Actually, first things first, let's save here. And let's load this one and check out the bad ending before we advance further.
You thirsty? I saw a vending machine by the overpass when we entered the station. I think there's enough time before our trains come to have a soda. You want one too? My treat.
Stupid goddamn space bars. Sorry, this laptop keyboard sucks.
A soda from Echo? Sure, I don't mind getting one for you. Just tell me what you want and I'll get it.
Mia hesitated for a moment. Maybe she felt guilty about having somebody spending money on her. It was perfectly okay with me. I had plenty of spare change in my wallet, so it wasn't like I was wasting money or anything. Perhaps she was misinterpreting my kind gesture as something more than what it was. Given the way she's been behaving around me so far, I wouldn't put it past her to read too much into it. Her face was turning bright red. I bet if I were to crack an egg over her head, it would be fried in no time. Dang, that would be fun to try. But it would also be pretty mean, so I'd better not. Decided to put Mia out of her misery before she ended up losing herself in her own fantasies again. Mia. I tapped her on the shoulder.
Eh?
She jumped again.
Oh, Echo.
Yep, me again. I was starting to sense a pattern.
If you're uncomfortable with me buying you a soda, I can both go over to the machine and buy one for ourselves.
She glanced at the vending machine, and then back to me. It looked like Mia was really struggling to make up her mind. At the rate things were progressing, our trains were going to arrive before she made up her mind. I rubbed my brow in frustration. This was getting to be too much of a hassle. I was about to discard the whole idea when...
Lemonade.
It was fate, but I heard a reply. I moved my hand away from my face and looked back down at Mia.
Pardon? I want lemonade. When Echo goes to get his soda, please get me a lemonade.
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? I chuckled and lightly patted Mia on the head. She shrunk down in her seat. But I don't think it was because she didn't like it. If that were the case, she probably would have pulled away. But if anything, her face had gotten even redder than before. Funny, Mia didn't show this much humility when she was embracing me back at school. Heck, judging from how she behaved back there, one could have assumed that she was incapable of expressing humility. Maybe she only got shy when someone else did it to her. Or maybe just with me. If someone at school tried to pat her, she'd probably jab them with a pair of scissors or something. Yeah, like that would happen. Man, you are totally foreshadowing shit, man. You know deep down, don't you? Just like... Never mind. No, she'd probably just run away. It was kind of hard to imagine Mia doing anything violent. Oh, really? We saw that scene, damn it. She seemed like the passive-aggressive type to me.
Alright, lemonade it is. Wait right here, I'll be right back. Tug. Huh?
As I got up to the machine, Mia grabbed my sleeve. I turned back to look at her. She just looked up at me silently.
Something else?
Even though she didn't respond, I was pretty sure I already knew what she wanted.
Mia, did you still want to come with me?
Nod. Thought so.
Alright then, up you get. We need to hurry if we have to buy the drinks and finish them before our trains arrive.
But didn't you say like it was 18 minutes? Like it really takes that long until, get a drink from the vending machine. Nod. While continuing to hold on to my sleeve, Mia stood up and walked over to the machine. I guess she really wanted to stay with me because she had completely forgotten to take her school bag with her. Not that it mattered since we were the only ones at the station, so it wasn't going to get stolen or anything. And besides, the only object that she cared about was no longer inside the bag anyway. I was still carrying the broken saliva-covered calculator in my pocket. It puzzled me as to how that saliva got onto the calculator in the first place. Mia probably pulled it out of the trash and stuffed it into her bag so fast that she never even noticed it. Lucky for her, and here I was with a wet, slimy blazer pocket. I was definitely going to throw it in the wash that night.
Echo.
Mia tugged on my sleeve again. I was so deep in thought I hadn't even realized that we were standing in front of the vending machine. And yet earlier on I wasn't judging her for doing the exact same thing. Boy, I was severely off my game.
Echo, what's the matter? Are you going to get your drink? Can I have a lemonade? Are you still thirsty?
Yeah, of course I am. One soda and one lemonade coming right up. Just gotta get my change out. I'd either find a way to break away from Mia, clean the drool off the calculator, and discreetly place it back into her bag. I pretended to fish through my pocket looking for my change while I scanned the station. I spotted a restroom nearby. Perfect!
Say, Mia, I really need to use the men's room. Here, why don't you take the money and buy the drinks? I'll be with you in a sec.
I handed the money to Mia and rushed to the restroom before she had a chance to reply. I rushed into the bathroom and headed straight for the sink. I ran the calculator under the running water. It was broken, so it didn't really matter if the water got into the circuitry. Still, I made sure not to use too much water. Didn't want to get any trapped inside. If I did and the water leaked down inside Mia's bag, it would damage her school books. Just as long as I washed off the saliva and the blood from when I broke the screen. Funny, I'd forgotten about the blood until now. Oh well, as long as I washed it away, it didn't matter. When I was sure that the calculator was completely clean, I grabbed some paper towels and wiped it dry. I stuffed the calculator into my opposite pocket and dashed back outside. Didn't want Mia to go get back to the bench before I managed to sneak the calculator back into her bag. But it looked like I had been rushing around for nothing. Because there was Mia standing right where I left her, in front of the vending machine. And she was still carrying the change I gave her. Looked like she hadn't even bought the drinks yet. She was staring very intently at the selection. Maybe she was having second thoughts on the lemonade. But that was fine with me, because while Mia was distracted, I could sneak over to her bag and place the calculator back before she even had a chance to notice. Still, there was the possibility of her turning around and spotting me, in which case, then what would I do? Would I tell her the truth, or would I just end up lying again? Okay, this was just plain silly. Here I was sneaking around trying to prevent some girl from noticing that I had accidentally taken her calculator that I broke and threw away, and she then secretly fished it out of the trash and placed it back into the bag, which I then accidentally uncovered, stuffed into my pocket, cleaned, and am now trying to return without her knowing. Seriously, people, if you're still reading this thing, I thank you. Why does the author have it like the protagonist say it? Alright, Echo, it was time to put an end to this ridiculous excuse for a subplot. Should I try to put the calculator back now or wait for a better opportunity? There's even more? Okie dokie. I'm kind of confused by these choices now. Put it back now! Mia seems pretty well distracted. I'll take the opportunity to put it back while she's not looking. I scurried over to the bench where our bags were. I slowly opened the cup on Mia's bag and was able to place the calculator inside. Echo. Yeah! I spun around to find Mia standing behind me. Seriously, he had the stealth of a cat. It was frightening. Like she was in training to become an assassin or something. This was bad. Mia was staring at me again with that vacant look. It was making it difficult to tell what she was thinking. Was she on to me? Tried to regain my composure. Stretched out the bench in an attempt to appear calm and obstruct Mia's view of her school bag behind me. Hiya, Mia. What's the matter? I don't see your lemonade. Yeah, weren't you going to buy one? You're no longer thirsty. My voice was panicky. Well done, Echo. Keep behaving like that and she won't suspect a thing. Mia's gaze shifted to the ground. I followed her line of sight. She was looking at the calculator lying by her feet. Or my feet, whatever. I must have dropped it when she startled me. Busted. Mia silently knelt down and picked it up. Mia, I can explain. You see, while you were out at the timetable, your bag fell over and it fell out and, I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. I lied to Echo. I said that I needed to go to the toilet when really I just wanted to get the calculator back. I'm sorry. Do you forgive me? Do you, Echo? Please forgive me. Don't hate me, Echo. This girl. Pat on the head. Eh? Dummy. Why wouldn't I forgive you? I gently rubbed Mia's head. Echo. She blushed slightly and nuzzled my hand. She really was pretty cute. Guess we were both just a couple of liars. It looked like we were both worried for nothing. We both apologized and forgave one another, and everything was right once more. So we sat there together on the bench, waiting for our trains to arrive. When suddenly... What's this? What's going on here? This can't be true! It shouldn't be this way! This isn't right. What's the matter? I turned towards Mia. She seemed to be getting worked up over something. This isn't right. 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 Mia was clutching her calculator and straining to look inside of the broken screen.
This isn't right. This isn't right. Mia, what's wrong? What isn't right? This isn't right. This isn't right. Why is it this way? Why?
She was becoming hysterical. If I didn't do something, Mia was going to hurt herself. Oh, it's not that you should be worried about, Echo.
Mia, calm down.
I grabbed her shoulders to try and snap her out of it.
This isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right.
No reaction. She just continued chanting wildly.
Mia, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. 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 Pull yourself together. Wrong. 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 Wrong.
Mia!
Huh?
I shouted right in Mia's face, and she finally snapped out of it. Not exactly the most gentlemanly thing to do, but one can't argue with the results.
Oh, it's Echo.
Yes, that's my name.
But seriously, what the hell just happened? You alright? Why were you shouting like that?
Without replying, Mia handed me the calculator.
What am I supposed to be looking at? A typo? You don't see it? No. I mean, what am I meant to be seeing? That's just it. It's no longer there.
You've lost me.
What's no longer there, Mia?
She was becoming erratic again. It was making it difficult to keep up with what she was saying.
Echo's blood. It's no longer there. Echo's blood is gone. Why is it gone? What happened to Echo's blood?
My blood? That's what she said, but it took my brain a while to comprehend it.
You mean from when I got myself on the screen earlier? It was there earlier, but now it's gone. Why is it gone? Why?
This was strange. Why was Mia getting so upset about my blood not being on the broken calculator? Unless... A thought came to mind, but not one I want to consider. Could be that the calculator itself had no sentimental value to Mia. Rather, it was my blood on the inside that she wanted. Of course, if that were the case, that meant that saliva I found around the screen was in fact Mia's. Which would mean that she had been licking the inside of the broken calculator to get to my blood. Is that really why she was acting so cheerful earlier? Had she been licking my blood out of the calculator before she came back from the toilet? Could it mean that she got some kind of pleasure from licking my blood? Maybe that was the real reason why she tried to disinfect my knee earlier. And when I didn't let her, she went for the next best thing. The calculator I injured myself on, which still had some of my blood on it.
Hold on. Let's not jump to conclusions. I could just be over-analyzing things. Maybe I misunderstood what Mia was talking about.
If I wanted to get anywhere with her, I needed to come clean. Except, excuse the pun, did it say?
Say, Mia. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong!
She had gone off on a tangent again. I shook her shoulders gently this time.
Mia!
Huh? She snapped right out of it. That was considerably easier than before.
Listen, there's something you should know. When the calculator fell out of your bag earlier, I noticed the blood and saliva on it. I just assumed that you pulled it out of the trash and put it in your bag as fast that you didn't notice them. So, while you were at the vending machine, I went to the men's room and washed the blood and saliva off the calculator. I was hoping to put it back in your bag before you noticed, but you know the rest. Look, I may not understand your reasons, but I don't think it's very safe to be walking around with a broken, bloody calculator.
Mia just stood there staring silently. Once again, her face had reverted back to the vacant expression. She appeared to be deep in thought. I waited patiently for a response. You should run now, Echo!
Must be getting dark. I could have sworn I just saw the sunlight disappear from Mia's eyes.
I looked at my watch. Nope, the sun wasn't due to set for another half hour.
Compensate with more blood.
Huh? I heard Mia mutter something under her breath, but it was too soft to hear properly. I looked up from my watch to ask Mia what she said, only to find that she was now standing right in front of me. I've said it before and I'll say it again. That girl had the stealth of a cat. She was so quick that I didn't even notice that she was carrying a pair of scissors until it was too late.
Compensate with more blood, Echo.
At least I managed to hear what she said before it all went dark. Bad end. That one was kind of abrupt compared to the other one, wasn't it? Okie dokie.
Wait for a better opportunity. Better just play it safe and wait for now. Like Toshiba service station.
I didn't want to risk the chance of being spotted. That Mia would have taken too kindly to a boy rummaging through her things. I decided that I'd wait for a better chance to slip the calculator back into her bag. I walked back over to Mia at the vending machine.
What do I do?
I'm back, Mia.
Echo!
What's the matter? You still haven't got your lemonade. Did you want something else instead?
That's not it. Echo ran off so fast that he didn't tell me what he wanted to drink. I didn't know what to get you. I was too scared to buy it something because you might not have liked it.
Mia, getting all worried over what drink to get me. She was just too cute.
Sorry, that was my bad. Pat on the head.
I lightly patted Mia's head. She let out a soft moan.
Echo, honestly, it wouldn't have mattered what drink you bought for me. I'm not too picky when it comes to soda, and you at least could have gotten your lemonade. But I wanted to sit and drink soda with Echo before the train arrives. It wouldn't be fair if I started drinking first.
This girl, if she got any more moe, I was going to have an aneurysm.
Well, I've held us up long enough. Time for soda. Did you still want that lemonade, Mia?
I took the change from her hand and prepared to make the order.
Yes.
Coming up. I bought our sodas and then we went back to the bench to drink them while we waited for our trains to arrive. I just finished my last gulp of soda when my train finally arrived into the station. I stood up from the bench and grabbed my bag. Then I turned back to Mia.
Well, this is me. Sorry to cut our time short like this, Mia. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
I gave her a wave and headed for the train. As I walked through the train door, I turned around to see that Maya had followed me inside.
Mia, what are you doing? Going home, same as you, Echo. Don't joke around. You can't just follow me onto my train. I'm going to a different stop. You need to hurry up back outside and wait for your train to arrive.
Mia just looked at me and chuckled.
Come on now, this isn't funny. Hurry and get off before the door closes. Echo is being funny, acting like he doesn't know.
What was so funny? If she continued to just stand around laughing, she was going to get stuck on the train.
Wait a second. Remember what happened earlier?
I'd come back from checking the timetables, told Mia that my train would be arriving in 20 minutes, and instructed her to go check for hers. Shortly after, she came back and told me it would be arriving in 18 minutes. I just got it. A pretty weak twist, if you ask me. Mia,
you take the same train as me, don't you? Yes.
I inhaled deeply, resisting the urge to shake her like a rag doll.
And you couldn't have just told me that before? Why would I have?
Huh?
Why tell Echo something he already knows? That's just silly.
It wasn't silly. How in the hell could I possibly have known that? What was this girl basing her facts on? I was starting to get a headache. I sat down and tried to calm my nerves, which can be difficult when you've just ingested a can of sugary soda. Mia sat beside me and gazed out the window. This girl. Why was it so difficult for her to give a straight answer? First with the train and then with the soda. And she would constantly laugh at me like I was just pretending not to understand her. I still had no idea as to how she thought the two of us had met before. Maybe we got on the same station or something. Despite moving to a new area and attending a new school, I still boarded the train at the same station as before. Perhaps me and I talked at some point while waiting for our trains to arrive. I still think I would have remembered talking to someone so cute as her. Oh well, I guess it would just as well that she was taking the same train as me today. I was able to sneak the calculator back into her bag while she was looking out the window. At least that's one problem solved. But I had another, explaining to my mother why I took so long getting home. My ass was already aching in anticipation of the whooping it was due to receive.
It's gonna be a long night.
Holy shit, it goes on to the next day. The next day at lunchtime, my new friends invite me to come sit with them again.
Hey, Echo, come on over. Be right there.
I was fishing through my bag, looking for my lunch.
Ah, there you are, delicious fish. Nom nom nom. Here I come, guys. Huh?
As I was about to head over to their table, I spotted Mia sitting at the back of the classroom watching me. On top of her desk was a small lunchbox, which according to the other students was a rarity in itself. I was told that she didn't tend to eat during lunch breaks and would oftentimes just retreat to the library until class resumed. Wondered why Mia suddenly decided to break her usual routine. Maybe she simply just felt like bringing lunch for a change. It's not like it was a big mystery that needed to be solved or anything. I contemplated for a moment. Was she really alright? Was she really alright for me to just sit there all by herself? At some point, this girl really needs to make some friends. Should I try and help her do that now? I contemplated for a moment. You gotta be kidding me! There's more to this than I originally thought. They're much longer than moonlight walks, that's for sure. Though I prefer moonlight walks, if only for the fact that it's not like got a Yandere character, because he's just like, yeah. There's 3 different choices here, man. I'm not even sure if I've even gone this route before. I wonder what kind of ending it would lead to. Maybe a bad ending. How about we invite her over? Well, if she was going to change her routine by bringing lunch, why should it stop there? Didn't seem right for her to just sit all by herself every day. I figured now was the perfect time to help Mia make some friends. I went over to the other kids and explained to them what I planned to do.
Sounds to me like you're getting your hopes up, Echo. If you haven't already noticed, she's not exactly an outgoing person. Relax, guys, I spoke with her yesterday. I'm telling you, she's really not as antisocial as you think. She's just shy is all. I'm thinking if we can get her to interact a bit more, we'll get her to come out of her shell.
Do you really want to do that though? She's kind of a yandere chick, remember?
And hopefully she'll be able to make some more friends.
Hold up, you spoke to her? When the hell did that happen? Easy, bro.
Please, you guys, just give her a chance.
Well, I'm okay with it, but I doubt it's going to work. I say we give her a chance. You're just saying that because you're looking to hook up with her. Shut up, like you're not. I never said that. My ass, you didn't. Down, boys. I guess it wouldn't hurt to give her a shot. As they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I think you have everyone's approval, Echo.
Awesome, thanks, guys.
I got up and walked over to Mia's desk. She had been watching me the entire time. Looked like she hadn't even started eating yet.
Hey, Mia. What did you bring for lunch? Whatever it is, it smells tasty. Is it fish? Did you make it yourself?
Oh, yes.
Well, in that case, I bet it tastes great.
Echo.
I figured I'd try and butter her up first before I asked her to sit with us.
Say, you're looking kind of lonely over here. Want some company?
Obviously, she thought I was offering to sit with her. That was probably the only type of company she was willing to allow. Sorry, Mia, but that was my intention.
Because you see, I was thinking, that you could come sit with us.
Mia is not amused. Saw that coming. It instantly reverted back to her vacant expression. Guess I didn't flatter her enough that she would let her guard down. And I knew it wouldn't be that easy to win her over. Clay was just going to have to persuade her to come join us.
You know, Mia, you've developed quite a little reputation around here. The way you always keep yourself like this. Avoiding people and hiding in the library every day. It makes it difficult for other people to approach you. And it's giving them the impression that you're some kind of a bad person. Well, we both know that's not true, right? Don't you want to show them that you're really not a bad person? Don't you want to be able to talk to other kids? Hanging out, going shopping with them, that kind of stuff? And this is the perfect place to start. Come sit with me and the guys and try to get to know them.
Mia looked over at the other kids, and then looked back to me.
Come on, Mia, please. For me.
Those people are Echo's friends?
That's right. We're all friends. And if you want Mia, they can be your friends too. I promise you, they're nice people. You just need to give them a chance.
Echo's friends. Echo's friends. Okay,
Huh?
I'll come sit with Echo and his friends.
Ah, you know, I'm not sure if I've gone through this before. Is this gonna like end with them dead or something? You know how Yandere chicks are, man. They're crazy.
You mean it?
Nod. Mia picked up her lunchbox and stood up from her desk.
That's the way, Mia. Okay, let's go.
Nod. The two of us walked over to the other kids. I couldn't help but feel that I had accomplished something wonderful just now. I got the reclusive Mia to agree to come and join my friends and meet for lunch. This was great. If things went well, she'd be able to make friends with them and we could all start hanging out together. Who knows, maybe that one guy might get the chance to ask her out after all. No. But I was probably getting ahead of myself there. One step at a time, Echo.
So what did you end up bringing today? The usual, last night's leftovers again?
Yep.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Your dad always makes the best meals. Yeah, but he's been making the same meals for a week now. I've grown so tired of them that I end up not being able to finish eating.
There we go, more leftovers.
That's right.
Well, Princess, if you're not gonna eat it, then I'll be happy to.
Give me a sandwich and it's a deal.
You sure it's tuna? And then Echo's just like,
Tuna, you say, hand that over.
So I like tuna.
Oh, we're so gonna get along, female student number 2.
since when?
Since forever. Besides, at this point I'd eat just about anything else.
It's a deal.
Hey, share some of that with me, will ya?
Yeah, what's your problem? No lunch? More like not enough. I was late getting up this morning. All I could do was grab a cup of instant ramen out the cupboard before I left. Huh, serves you right for staying up all night playing games. Come on, man, just give me some. Yeah.
What are you having, Echo?
Nothing fancy, just rice and an omelet.
Maybe she'd like some asparagus to go with it.
Not a fan of asparagus, huh?
I can't stand it, but my mom insists on putting it in my lunch each day.
Well, who am I to turn down free food?
Hey now, who said it was for free? How about trading me for some of that omelet?
Help yourself.
Thanking you.
We exchanged portions of our meals. I turned to Mia, who was sitting next to me at the end of the table. Then she just gets up and flips the table over. She's just like, fuck this shit. I guess she didn't want anyone else sitting next to her. Understandable. It's going to take some time before she warmed up to everybody. She hadn't said a word since we sat down. In fact, she hadn't even started eating her lunch yet. She'd just been watching me converse with the other kids. You can sense that they were all hesitant to talk with her. This wasn't getting us anywhere. I figured I'd prompt her and see what happened.
What about you, Mia? What are you having for lunch today? Sure smells good.
I used that line again. I wonder if she'll react to it a second time. Got a word, Mia opened her lunchbox. Well, that's a start, I suppose. At least she responded. I looked at the meal inside. It was a pasta dish consisting of white and green ravioli topped off with tomato paste, grated cheese, and various spices. That was unexpected. I never would have thought she was a pasta eater. And it was a large helping, too. Probably enough to feed 3 people. Apparently this girl must have had a big appetite. Definitely not what I was expecting given her small size. The others turned and looked at the meal. You know, this is all starting to sound like maybe the reason she came in here is to, have lunch with you. It kind of seems obvious. I assumed that nobody would say anything about it. It would probably turn to me to get the ball rolling again.
Wow, that looks great, Mia.
Huh?
Huh?
Maybe not.
I haven't eaten ravioli in ages. I'd almost completely forgotten what it looked like. I've never seen it, never even had it before, and I'm drooling. You haven't? You've been missing out.
That aroma is intoxicating.
Did you make it yourself? Yes, my own recipe.
Oh, I about nearly choked on my omelet. Reclusive Mia replied to another person's question all on her own. I imagined that I would have to prompt her to do that, but she didn't even so much as look at me for help. Wait, you mean you made that pasta entirely from scratch?
Yes. The green ones are filled with cheese, and the white ones are filled with veal.
That was interesting. I had no idea that Mia had such talent.
What about the sauce? I bet you made that from scratch too, using tomatoes and some kind of fancy wine imported from Italy. Nope. Store-bought.
We all laughed at that reply. Even Mia got in on it. This was going a lot smoother than I imagined it would.
Well, even so, that's incredible. Do you think you could teach me how to make ravioli? And me?
Yeah, me too.
Since when do you cook?
I took it up a few weeks ago. You know, they say the ladies love a domesticated man.
Who are you trying to fool?
Hey, don't act like you know me.
Would you like some? Huh?
What?
Would you like to have some of my ravioli?
I couldn't believe my ears. Evidently, neither could the others. Mia had offered to share her lunch with everyone.
Yes, I'd love to. May you have some too, Mia?
Us too?
Of course.
Yay!
Echo, you can have some too.
Well, thank you kindly. That settled it. This was going far better than I imagined. What's the catch, though? In a matter of minutes, Mia had gone from being a silent observer to a member of the gang. I couldn't help but feel proud of her. Maybe this was how a parent felt when their child accomplished something great. There I was, acting like a dad again. I really need to stop doing that. Mia took my fork and scooped up some ravioli. She then held it up to my mouth.
Huh? Hear Echo say, ah!
Suddenly I was being fed like a baby. Looked like the parent-child scenario has been reversed.
No. Silly Echo.
We all had a good laugh. No doubt the others were actually laughing at me for being treated like a baby, but I didn't care. I was having too much fun.
That's good veal. Tastes like there's some kind of spices in it.
Mia giggled as she took another bite of the cheese ravioli. Come to think of it, I don't think she's even touched the veal ones. And they were going fast.
Hey Mia, better hurry up and eat some of the veal ones. If you don't, everyone else is gonna eat them. It's okay, the cheese ones are better for your health anyway. Oh, okay. I guess she was more concerned about her diet than eating her fair share.
There's something in that, isn't it? Just as well because the others were really digging into the veal. Yeah, I'm getting real suspicious of that now. Well, the boys still were anyway. The girls managed to show some restraint and went back to eating their own meals.
Hey, take it easy. Remember, it's Mia's lunch. Don't just go eating it all yourselves.
My bad. It just tastes so good. Yeah, sorry, Mia. Here, let me make it up to you. Have some of these leftovers I traded for earlier. They're really good. All I've got is instant ramen right now, but I'll bring something good to share with you tomorrow, okay? The boys tried desperately to stay on Mia's good side.
Have as much as you like. There's plenty for everyone.
But Mia didn't appear to be upset in the first place. She just giggled and offered them more.
Here, Echo.
She took my fork and tried to feed me again. I don't know why Mia didn't just use her own fork. She was already sharing her food with everyone. I thought she would do that if she was afraid of germs.
Mia, it's great that you're willing to share with us. But don't be afraid to speak up if we start talking more than our fair share. Keep in mind, it is your lunch. Don't worry, Echo. Just enjoy yourself. Now open wide.
I reluctantly took another bite. It tasted great, but I felt like it was depriving Mia of her own lunch.
Here, Mia, have some of my lunch too. I'm no culinary expert, but I have confidence in my ability to cook a decent omelette. I feel bad that you're sharing with us, but you're not letting us share with you. Please, have as much as you want.
I pushed my lunch towards Mia.
Here's another bite, Echo.
She ignored my offer completely. Looked like she just wouldn't let anyone return the favor. Oh well, no sense in fighting it. I should just be glad that she's getting along with everyone.
Nom. Echo is funny.
We continued like that up until and after class began. Our group was so unruly that the teacher got mad and held us back after school.